Hello, I'm going to show you today how you can use the map builder on the Open Data Portal to quickly and simply create a map that could be useful in a range of applications. You can build it from existing data sources, share with colleagues, embed it in a web page, or build a more rich and full-featured application based on the open data. So to start, I'm going to look at a simple application of trying to create a helpful resource for people wanting to do leisure rides on bicycles in and around Bristol. In order to do that, we're looking here at the open data sets that are available that have been tagged with the cycling keyword. So this should theoretically bring up all of the interesting data sets where there's a cycling dimension. And immediately we can see that there's a range of data sets here. Some of the ones that might be interesting are public bike pumps, so that we can provide a resource for people that might have a flat tire on their bike ride. And again, cycle shops and repairs is another one where people might need to have a emergency repair, again for a flat tire or something gone wrong with their bike. And here we've got leisure rides. So immediately we've got three potentially useful data sets that we can use to build this map. So let's have a look at the first, or possibly the most important data set, which is the leisure rides. And this data set on the map tab shows the routes that are available, and we can see that there's 33 records. It's filtered by route name and difficulty and the maximum time, and we've got a little filter here which is the source of the data. So some are from South Gloss, some are from Bristol City Council, and some are from North Somerset. So that's quite a useful data set that we can use. Moving on now to the cycle shops and repairs, you can see here we've got approximately, well, if we clear the filter there, we've got 72 shops all in all, and the filters are quite helpful as well. We've got bike servicing, new bikes, bike hire, so a range of selectors that we can use and tailor to the most appropriate services we might need. And again, there's broken down by region here. Moving on to bike pumps, there are something like 28 places where there are publicly accessible bike pumps for people that might need to just inflate their tyres or limp home with a flat tyre. So here we've got all three of our data sets that we can use to build that map. So in order to build the map, we're going to use from the tools menu, the map builder. So this enables you to input all of those data sets and configure the map how you want it to appear, and then share that map with your colleagues or the public. So let's click on Map Builder and see what it offers us. So we're presented with the base map. So what we'd like to do is to add data sets to this map. So we're going to use the search facility, and we're going to add our leisure routes first. And you can see that's the first data set that we looked at. We're now going to add another data set, which is going to be our pumps. And we can add that. And now we're going to add the final data set, which is the cycle shops and repairs. There it is. But for this data set, what we're really interested in is just those shops that are offering repair services. So we're going to filter this data set. And we're just going to filter for where it's offering bike servicing. So that brings the number of records down from 72 to 53. So we're going to select those 53 records. And you can see we've added on those shops as well as the pumps. Now, what you might notice is that there's no differentiation between those icons, those markers between pumps and shops. So let's try and change that. So we're going to the Edit menu here. So for pumps, yes. So pumps, we're going to change the icon and we're going to change it to one of the available pumps. We're going to try and find a pump icon, and we're going to use, unfortunately there isn't an icon for a pump existing, so we're going to have to use an oil pump, which is probably not a very good icon to choose, but we're fairly limited, so we're going to select that one, and we're going to change the color from red to blue. You can see now we can clearly differentiate between the pumps and the shops. So let's go back and let's change our shops icon. So again, we edit that, we change the icon, and happily we're going to find, I think, that there is a bicycle icon that we can use. We'll select that, change the color to green because riding a bike is a very green thing to do. And then we'll go back. And so we're now getting there with this map. So we can first of all, we can save it. We can call it cycling leisure routes and courses. Save that. And we can review it. So we're in edition mode at the moment. We can then move to preview mode. And this is kind of what it will look like. So you can see here we've got legend, which is switchable. So we can turn things on and off here. And we've also got this thing down here, which is a caption for the maps, which is, in my opinion, a little bit ugly. So let's go and turn that off. So switch back to edition, go to edit, information, and then down here we can turn off that caption display, and we'll do that for all of the layers. And we'll save it, and then we'll just check that's done it. And yes, that rather ugly caption has disappeared now. So we're now in a position where we've got a map that we could share with colleagues, and we could, or members of the public that are wanting to do a nice bike ride, and that would give them a little bit extra confidence that the route that they've planned will support them in terms of there's a clear route. There may be some resources to help them pump up their tyres or get their bike repaired, and this should enable them to get out and get active and have a nice ride out in the countryside. So that's quite a useful start, and I just want to show you what you can also do in terms of sharing this map. So if you click on the share button, we'll see a range of options. So immediately there you've got a nice URL which you can just copy and put in an email or put on a website or share like that. But you've also got down here the ability to embed the map with an iframe tag into a web page. So that could be a normal council web page, a transport web page that's got lots of other information about cycling and being active, public health maybe. So you could just pop that map straight into the web page, and you could have all the functionality that we can currently see on the web page. Down here we've got a rather more complicated bit of code, and I'm going to hopefully show you how to use that in another video, which will explain how to create a more powerful visualization and open data application that will enable people to get even more information from this process. But for now, we'll close out of that. And I think that's probably about it. Oh, I'm just going to show you some of the map filtering options that are available to you. So over here, we've got some icons that can control what we see and how we see it. So first of all, we've got this zoom screen, and then we've got these icons here, these three, which are available to help you filter the data. So we can filter by a rectangle, and that's just going to select those items there. And this is going to be important for the next video, but I just want to show you that feature now while we've got the map in full view. Let's cancel that filter, and we'll go back to the normal view of the screen. And for now, I think we'll just leave it there. So thanks for watching, and maybe you want to see the next video.